What's going on, everyone? I am just a typical, average American here today to react to what it's like shopping in Norway. So, here in the United States, we don't know anything about what it's like going to the grocery store in other countries. So today, I want to learn about what the shopping experience is like in Norway compared to here in the US. So let's take a look.
Shopping in Norway is a different experience, partially because there's so much public trust here, and partially
Oh,
because Norway has just gone with the future and decided not to use cash anymore.
what? What? Is that a thing? Is that really a thing? Wait, what do you mean you guys don't use cash? I've literally seen like pictures on the internet of like the Norwegian money, like the krone, right? Like yeah, like it's colorful and there's like a picture of a boat on the Norwegian money, right? Yeah, I've definitely seen that. You guys definitely have it. What do you mean you don't use it in the grocery store? I know you guys are like very like Norway is known for being like kind of futuristic. Like you guys have all the electric vehicles and stuff and but like do you not accept physical cash in the store? Is that true?
So, first of all, I'll never forget the first day that I wanted to go clothes shopping in Norway, and I wanted to try on clothes,
Okay.
and one just walks into the changing room.
Oh. Oh. So if you're Norwegian watching this, that just sounds totally normal to you, I guess. Like, you go to a clothing store, for example, um, and pick out some clothing and you want to try it on to see if it fits, and uh, you just walk into the changing room. You don't have to talk to anybody, you don't have to get permission, because here in the US, like, at the very least, you have to go up to some kind of staff or somebody who works there, and usually they give you like a ticket or something to count the number of clothing items that you're bringing in. And we're very worried about theft here in the US. Like, it's a problem. Like, people would steal the clothes if we didn't do it like that. So, if in Norway you guys don't have to do all that, that would be very shocking for Americans, for one thing. And honestly, it just says something very incredible about Norway. Like you guys, I think she was saying how you guys have a lot of trust. I don't know how you develop that. How do you do that? Like that's amazing. We could not do this.
And tries on their clothes. Do you understand the process and the security checks and clearances you practically have to go through to try on clothes in America because we're so scared of theft, or maybe theft is more common? I don't know which, probably both.
Yeah.
I swear the first time when I was trying on clothes here, I just stood by the changing room holding my clothes for the longest time, just waiting for somebody to come help me. Because in America, you have to show them how many clothes you're taking in.
I didn't think about that. I mean, let's be honest. For Americans, especially when we go, if like we go to another country, there are probably so many times where Americans look stupid, like waiting for something to happen, or I think a big problem we have is we assume everything is exactly like the United States, like everything is the same as here, which is obviously not true at all. But we still get fooled.
They give you a card that has a big number of how many plug do you have, and then they make sure that you come back out with that same number. And I just stood there and I actually got kind of annoyed because I'm like, nobody's helping me. I want to try these clothes. Finally, I found someone, and I was like, do I just go in? And they looked like they thought I was as crazy as I felt like this system was.
So you just don't do that in Norway. That's so simple, and it shows such a massive difference just between American culture and Norwegian culture. Like the fact that we have this different system of trying on clothes. I never realized how much that says.
That you could just trust me in a changing room with clothing. Also, we were just at a gas station recently. My husband was like, can I put 1,000 crowns of gas on our car? Pay for it now. And the guy was like, no, you just go get the gas and then pay us after.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Oh my God. You guys really do have a high trust society. So that's in Norway, because that would trick me too. That would trick any American. Like, you guys do it in the opposite order, like the more trusting order, like where you give something and then you pay. No, 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 no. Here in the U.S., you go inside the gas station, you pay them, or you can go to the pump and but you have to put your credit card in, so it has your credit card information, and then it automatically bills you later. But the idea, the idea that you would fill up and then go in, I feel like Americans would literally like exploit that, drive away. Like if you're desperate, sir, like. So Norway has a lot of like trust based like methods of doing stuff. I didn't know that. That's really cool. It makes me wish that the US like could do that, but we definitely can't.
We were like, but we could drive off. Like, that would never happen in America. And Norway is living in the future and is like very cashless. Like the number one question I get from my friends when they're coming over to visit constantly is, how much cash should I pull out in kroner? And we have to always disappoint them and be like, honestly, most places, if you tried to give them cash, they might not know what to do with it.
You know what's funny? This would actually make a lot of older Americans mad. Like I know a lot of people, especially older people, who like, prefer the old-fashioned way of doing things, and that includes having physical cash money. And in the United States, you can use real physical money basically anywhere. Like it's very rare. You almost never can't. So I think that's convenient for a lot of Americans who do prefer cash. But at the same time, hearing that Norway is like all just digital and cards and like cashless, that makes me feel like America is kind of behind. Like we're stuck in the past, when I think about it. But I think this would be way too big of a change for most Americans, and that is too bad though, because Norwegian money looks really beautiful.
Because we so don't use that here.
Huh.
And that...
So, you just expect not to be able to use cash? Like at most shopping places in Norway? Really? Because in the U.S., we never worry about that.
was something very different for us. But now... It's weird because in America, most people don't really use cash. At least not people my age. But
I mean, that's true. A lot of people just carry a card, right? Or your phone, right? But we still accept cash. Like the U.S. still, you see it all the time. Yeah, but like we're saying, probably from older people.
We still have a cash-based system, and I don't know, it's more accepted to pay in cash or to get cash in your hand, but that just
Yeah.
wouldn't happen here. So it's weird. It's like America has this
Oh yeah, my wife's parents still like pay their bills, like their internet bill at the bank with regular cash. Like you can still do it if you insist.
same vibe, but we haven't updated the infrastructure, which is very America. Like Norway actually like prepares itself for
Yeah.
itself and what's going on in its society.
That certainly is a big difference that just shows yeah, that Norway is progressive. You guys evolve. Getting rid of cash. It's not even that complicated. And yeah, it makes me think we should be kind of doing that because it's obviously much more efficient and for a lot of people, it's just more convenient. I mean, yeah, I haven't thought about that. Maybe we're kind of behind the times. And this other stuff is just like showing how in Norway, a lot of shopping is based on trust. I think in Norway, I saw a TikTok where in Norway, like you on the side of the road, there's like these fruit and vegetable stands where you just leave money and take food and nobody's there to check. Like there's places where no one's working and you just pay. And that yeah, this all just shows me how much trust you have in Norway. That's one of the coolest things about Norway. You guys have like all the beautiful fjords and the architecture and the food and the culture, but the trust, this in your society having such trust in each other. That's something like that's it's intangible. It touches everything. It changes everything. It's really cool to think about. I wish we had that here. That's really cool. So I didn't know learning about shopping in Norway would get this deep. So this is cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts about, you know, shopping in Norway versus shopping in the US and how it is very different, clearly, at least in these aspects. So that'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norwegian things that I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.